When your child is dysregulated, you want to help them so bad feel safe in their bodies. And then sometimes, if as a parent you're a little dysregulated also, that's when sometimes people can get frustrated, emotions can get high, and we may raise our voices or do things that we regret later. I'm Kelsey Baas, doctor of physical therapy and founder of Compleo Kids, where we work on treating the whole person. Today, I really want to talk about co-regulation with your child and some strategies on how we can do that, because they are going to feed off of us. If you are overstimulated, y'all just may escalate together and escalate each other. And that's when we get those, we raise our voices and end up regretting that, or they may have an outburst and break something, or have a hard time listening to reason if you're making a request or request for a behavior change in the moment. My best strategies, and I've been working really hard on this, no one is perfect and no one can do this all the time. Taking deep breaths, I have found, and you're going to have to find what works best with your child. My child specifically, if I ask him to breathe, he looks at me, he yells at me and says no. But if I model breathing, he will breathe with me. And so I have learned that less words and more action that I want him to model, I'm more likely to get better results. So if he is really upset and really acting out, doing frustrating behaviors that also make me upset, I just take a moment before responding and take a couple deep breaths. And that models to him, I don't have to respond right away. I can take a moment to breathe. The next thing I do is I name emotions for both myself and for him. So I will try to name, I am really frustrated about how messy our house is right now, and it makes me nervous or it makes me anxious. That's just something that I personally don't like, having a huge mess everywhere. Or I'll say, oh, it seems like you are really upset that we have to leave. Why are you so upset? And sometimes he's in a space where he can talk about it, and sometimes he can't. So modeling breathing, naming our emotions and talking about it, filling basic needs. And so sometimes kids are looking for attachment. Sometimes they just need a moment. And so I will ask him, do you want to be upset by yourself? Do you want a hug? Or do you want me to sit next to you? And I have gotten different responses on different days. Sometimes he's really mad and he'll say, I just want to be by myself. I make sure he is safe. And then I step away, and then we each can regulate that way. If he says, I just want a hug, I will give him a hug and let him be upset. And if he says, I want you to be here, that's again, really modeling the co-regulation. I will sit in the room with him and deep breathe and have a calm body, and then let him model that after me. So regulating together can be really helpful. I think from a realistic standpoint of view, if you've had just a really busy day and you're really tapped out, sometimes even as adults, we have a hard time regulating. And that is when, if you are not at home alone, if you're with another caregiver or your partner, it's really nice to have a word that means I need to tap out and you need to tap in. And so both Warren and I have had times where we just walk out of the room and we say, can you handle this one? And so I try really hard before losing my temper or getting upset to say, hey, Warren, I need you to step in. I'm really overstimulated right now. And then I will go take a breather and come back. And so if we ever hear each other getting impatient, we both at different times have stepped in and said, why don't you tap out? I'm going to help with this one. So knowing that it's okay to step away and come back is okay. You do not have to be perfect all the time, and we shouldn't expect our kids to be perfect all the time. So try these tips for co-regulation in the moment. And of course, keep working on those big picture things. If you have children who sleep through the night, you can try to get sleep. If you don't have children who sleep through the night, you can just do the best you can with the sleep you can get. But make sure you're taking the time to take care of yourself. And again, you know your body best. So is it I'm calmer when I have a daily walk? Am I calmer if the house is clean or if I've gotten a full night's sleep? But those types of things that help you feel safe and calmer, make sure you're doing those things so that you can be a more present parent for your child. Try those tips out. See if it helps you have a calmer household when things go the way we don't want them to go, and let us know how it goes.